So these are kind of all of our spaces we have. We have nursery, kids worship, sacred space, and youth spaces. And I'm going to go through and talk about each of these. And then we also have our playground. And I want to emphasize these are never required. Children are always welcome to stay with their caregivers and worship, but these are opportunities that we offer to make sure that they have spaces that are available to them. I'll quickly talk about playgrounds because I know these have become really popular. So most of you are probably familiar with them, but it's a space in our sanctuary where children can play alongside their caregivers while they are a part of worship. And then that's available to any age. We sometimes have teenagers or adults sitting back there as well. We do have a paid nursery, and we do choose to continue to have a nursery just because some folks really do need that space in order to be able to worship, the adults, for them to be able to worship. They need a space for maybe children with more needs to be able to go. And so this is an area that we offer. We don't do any religious education in this space. We just ask them to give the kids a positive place to be. Kids worship is something we offer 3 through 1st grade, very intentionally overlapping those 3-year-olds because we know that they can vary a lot about what they are ready for. And so they get a little bit more of a mirrored service to what we're doing in the sanctuary. And they are getting more of a religious education. And so we, of course, carefully hire for this position. But to help them start practicing those worship skills before they're fully in worship. Sacred space is something that is really cool that I'm really proud of, and that's our 2nd through 5th graders. So in our church, our balcony is kind of in a horseshoe shape. And so in the back, and our balcony is closed off to general folks coming in. It is just open to children and youth. And so sacred space is supervised by me. I'm in the back of the sanctuary. I bring the kids up there afterward for children. And so there's children's books, there's children's Bibles up there, there's things to draw on. We have a little thing set up that's kind of like a makeshift tent out of a sheet that the kids can sit under. They're just given a little bit more space to sprawl out or sit on the floor. We ask that they don't talk. We ask that they try to stay in the same spot, which doesn't always happen, but we'll try to kind of happen. But just kind of give them a way to experience the worship service in a space that's just a little bit more developmentally appropriate, that also offers their parents an opportunity to worship while their children are also getting to worship. This is always another big milestone for the kids is when they hit 2nd grade and they get to start sitting in sacred space. Now, something cool that's come from that is that we've also accidentally developed youth spaces in the sanctuary. We did not do this on purpose. This is sort of a success story because our kids sort of graduate from sacred space, and then they just kind of start sitting in the wings of the balcony. We did not tell them to do this. They just started doing it. They have their pews up there that they sit in every Sunday, which is kind of hilarious. But we sort of love that they now get to use those worship skills that they practiced in sacred space, that they feel that safe and welcome in their sanctuary, that they can find their own space there and find a space that they feel welcomed and that they feel like they can worship in a way that makes sense for them.